174, ladies and gentlemen of Vlogging Every Day. I'm going to put my switch on the charger here, and then we're going to turn around this camera. We're going to get things going. Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Anthony, aka Ant Physics, the guy that defines physics. Bringing you guys back to day number 174 of Vlogging Every Day. I hope you guys are excited as much as your boy is. Monday Night Raw was live in London, England. A lot of things kicking off the show, that including the finals for the King and Queen of the Ring. First off, Obafemi opens the show and speaks about a little bit about Brock Lesnar in between here. And he was talking about his upcoming match about main event Jey Uso in the King of the Ring tournament. That didn't stop the Yeet Man for coming in and telling Oba that's his warning shot. Boom, Uso. He's gonna win King of the Ring. Which superstar will walk out of Saudi Arabia as King of the Ring? And I will be going over King of the Ring, guys, and everything for Night of Champions, along with 2 title matches that have been confirmed. Jade Cargill wants her revenge. She's gonna have to go through Tiffany Stratton for the Women's United States Championship. And of course, that cheating from Mickey Saint got him to win and got him to face Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers, Trick Williams, for the United States Championship. Again, guys, I will be going over everything for Night of Champions. Of course, we kick it off with the Lucha team. I'm skipping the women's tag team championship match, but this match ticked me off. Dragon Lee took on All Ego Ethan Page, and of course, Ethan was gonna try his very hardest to win against the Luchadores, and of course, he did it with a blatant low blow right in front of the official. Not like the official can't see anything. That official is blind. I don't know who that official is. I know if I would have done it, I would have rang that bell and declare Dragon Lee the winner. That was a blatant low blow. It was right in front of the official's eyes, and all it took was one suplex, and Ethan Page has defeated Dragon Lee via disqualification. I'm gonna say that right now, but it was via pinfall, but I'm gonna say via disqualification because that ref is blind. The Women's Tag Team Championship match, it is once in a lifetime. Bayley and Lyra want the Women's Tag Team titles. They're gonna have to get through WWE Hall of Famer Brie Bella and Paige. I'm not gonna lie, guys, Paige has looked even better than when she first made her return after Tony Khan's bullcrap AEW roster. But Paige and Brie want to make sure that they keep the tag team titles. It was one more shot for Lyra and Bayley, and they did tease a heel turn from Lyra to Bayley. And what better not than to have it earlier this afternoon, or I would say yesterday, since this video is going to be uploaded tomorrow. And again, Paige and Brie were still the Women's Tag Team Champions, and of course with that nice little right out to Nightwing, wanted for another Fisherman Suplex, Paige countered into the Rampage. And remember when I said there was a tease of a turn? There was. Lyra had enough of the losing streak on that team, and she had attacked her mentor, Bayley, turning heel and attacking Bayley. We were backstage with the World Tag Team Champions, The Vision. Jackie Redmond had one thing to say. Will division keep the gold? Before anything else, the YouTuber himself, Logan Paul, has interrupted poor little Jackie Redmond, and of course spilled some kind of nonsense about the Street Profits, spilled some things about Seth Rollins, and of course Braun Breaker has Seth Rollins inside a steel cage this Saturday at Night of Champions. We'll be going over TNA Slammiversary as well. There are 8 matches on that card. It's going to be lit, as well as Moose gets his revenge on Eddie Edwards of the System. And of course, the Ultimate X for the X Division Championship. And of course, the Call Your Shot Gauntlet winner, Nick Nemeth, will go one-on-one with Mike Santana for the TNA World Champ. And don't forget, the 3-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Champs. The System will defend the championships against the Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, and the Righteous in a 3-way ladder match for the TNA Tag Team titles. That's enough for TNA for now. As you guys, right now, your boy representing TNA right now. We are doing WWE. Jackie Redmond cut off. Wanted to ask Lyra questions of why that happened. Lyra wasn't having any. She left the arena and that was it. LA Knight was still accusing Adam Pearce about talking to the Bloodline. And of course, what better than to solve it is to shut him up. And of course, Jimmy Uso came up and said, "You still want to talk about my family?" They were chit-chatting, and Adam Pearce made it official. LA Knight will take on Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, later in the show. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. The trash bag himself, the AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough, ran through Danhausen's sack of his experimental experiences. Danhausen wasn't even having any of it. Dom said, "We give you $100,000. And of course, as anything would do, Danhausen spent it on his new equipment. JD was dumb enough. And of course, we all call him Bobblehead JD McDonough because there's no brain in that dude's skull. And of course, he got electrocuted. Didn't even know where he was. Didn't even know his name. Like, how cursed is that? And by the way, JD McDonough got cursed by Danhausen. And Dom, you're still cursed. I don't want to hear your crap. Chad Gable was walking backstage, and of course, he had some things to say. And some things to say was from Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Akira Tozawa. Those 3 superstars came up to the ring, and of course, Chad with a heartfelt apology, saying a lot of great things about those 3 superstars. He said that to Maxine Dupree as well, which is pretty surprising, is that not even a month after joining, she won the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And that's something that took Chad Gable so long to win singles titles. And Tozawa, he bullied and harassed Tozawa a lot. And he apologized for that. When it comes to big man Otis, the 330-pound man, after 20 years of those two knowing each other, he disrespected him more than he disrespected anybody else. As Otis was ready to forgive him, Maxine Dupree wasn't having any of it, and stated to Chad Gable, "We don't need you. We never did." As Chad was left in the ring by himself with no Alpha Academy, no backup, just the way he did it to the Alpha Academy. the genius of the sky, Io Sky, came out in the ring and, of course, wanted to talk about her match against the Women's World Champ, Liv Morgan. And as I said before, Liv Morgan had a not really serious ankle injury. Let me actually grab one of my G Fuel bottles from my fridge. Sorry, guys. I didn't have an opportunity to do it now, but I'll do it right now. So you guys can see my really cool healers, or Heelys, as they're called now. My work/outdoor sneakers right here. And your boy's weights, as well as your boy's punching bag right there. And of course my dad's jukebox right there. My mini fridge I always use for my G Fuel bottles. And for yummy yummy good time. And of course, my dad's desk, where I do all my good stuff. And all the other stuff. I wanted to show it off because I don't even think you guys have seen my dad's office, since I barely even, well, I record here every single day, but there is for bird's eye view. And he still had these guys. I lived in this house since I think I was like in middle school. I think I was either in middle school or I was a freshman in high school. And this room has never changed before, I moved in all my stuff here. You guys can see my unhealthy Doritos. Guys, eat healthy. This is just a snack for me, for like a midnight snack or whatever. But guys, eat healthy. We all know you guys, or your boy got his Pokemon cards here, as well as right here, all ready to sell and make money. And again, guys, I don't do YouTube for the money. Most people do. I don't. I do it to have a higher connection to my audience, my group, my ant squad, because you guys are all that matters. Anyways, we are gonna shift gears and talk about more from Monday Night Raw. And you guys can see all the good stuff my dad has right over here. Guys, I'm holding it like, I wish I could show you guys how I'm holding it. But you can see all my dad's good stuff, and of course don't see that. That's not for YouTube purposes. But we are gonna do Big Jim Uso versus LA Knight. And before that, the Usos actually had a backstage segment with Jacob Fatu. As Fatu says, he's not listening to the Usos. He's only gotten orders from the tribal chief. And the tribal chief wanted Solo Sikoa back in the bloodline when Solo refuses. And speaking of Solo Sikoa, came up to the aid of LA Knight, spiking Big Jim Uso and giving LA Knight the win. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, that match was probably one of my favorite matches on Monday Night Raw ever. Like, top 15. But this one is like kind of in the middle. It's kind of like a 12 and a 13. Right there. But that's one of my favorite Monday Night Raw matches right there. Do you guys want to hear my favorite? It's coming up right now. The World Tag Team Championships are on the line. By the way, Io Sky took care of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was frustrated backstage, not even caring about the rest of the Judgment Day. The only person she really cared about was Dominic Mysterio. For real. Until like a split second, when she figured out that JD was hurt. And plus, guys, Chad Gable will go one-on-one with JD McDonough next week in Atlantic City. Special start time, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to kick it off, lastly, with the World Tag Team titles are on the line as the Vision take on the Street Profits. One more time, And of course, I'm going to spill a little bit of what Seth Rollins said during his segment with Corey Graves. He doesn't know how long he has left. But what he wants to do is kill his own creation. That own creation was the Vision. And he wants to win back the title that Roman has that he never lost. That beautiful World Heavyweight Championship. And of course, guys, Roman Reigns is not even on the card for Night of Champions. Which, as I should have said, all champions should be defending their championships at Night of Champions, which makes sense. And guess what? The tag team titles are not even on the line. None of them, except for, what I'm talking about right now, is the World Tag Team Championships. It was also the final, or I guess not really the final time for either Street Profits to become the tag team champs. But Logan Paul tried interfering. Let me actually butcher that. He did interfere. When the referee caught him right-handed, sent him off. The match still begins. I'm pretty sure Montez was in the ring with Braun Breaker. Logan Paul, after being ejected from ringside, came back out. Somebody said his name because Joe Hendry appeared and chased away Logan Paul. But Logan Paul left the brass knucks. That didn't stop Seth freaking Rollins from coming up and decking Austin Theory in the head with those brass knucks. As Braun Breaker chases Seth Rollins around, Seth Rollins escapes. Didn't have time for that nice little spine buster and that wonderful frog splash from the heavens to bring the Street Profits the World Tag Team titles. And of course, guys, that ended Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Make sure you guys turn on post notification with that little bell icon, ding ding, so you get to be notified every single time your boy uploads a video. I'm uploading every single day. You guys definitely don't want to miss out on any of it. By the way, guys, NXT's Great American Bash is going on this Sunday on the CW channel, as Tony D'Angelo will defend the NXT Championship against Naraku, which I'm calling him Evil. And Lola Vice will be defending the Women's Championship against Kendall Gray. The wonderful, beautiful Kendall Gray. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to be ending this video off here. It's your boy Anthony. I also go by Ant Physics, the man that defines physics. And I'm out, baby. Peace. By the way, guys, I did post a post on this channel. Do you guys want to see more reading in the comments? I want to do more of these types of videos, kind of continuing the vlogging every day, and so I don't really talk about wrestling. I know you guys really don't want me to talk about that as much as your boy, because I'm more obsessed about it than you guys are. But yeah. If so, put some cool things in the comments, put some funny things in the comments, something that makes everybody laugh. If you want to put something serious in the comments, that's fine too. Something that actually, is with my time talking. But again, guys, stay positive throughout the world. We're gonna need it, especially through these rough times that we're having. Again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Guys, 80% of you guys that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So guys, hit that subscribe button. Join the team. Join the family. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Actually, we're on the road to 500 by the end of this year. I know we can do it. We are killing the game, baby. And of course, guys, July 12th, 2026, your boy's birthday, I'll be doing a 3-hour live stream here on YouTube, as well as a 1.5-hour live stream on Twitch, and another 1.5 hours on Twitch for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy Anthony. Let's go by Ant Physics, the man that defines physics. And I'm out, baby. Peace. Gene. I love doing that. That's fun.